What happens? When is it going to start recording? La la la. Hopefully, there we go. All right. Hello, everybody. I am Eric, and I have some very special people here for a very special game night. We are going to be playing something that I did not grab ahead of time. Trivial Pursuit Horror Ultimate Edition. So with me are two wonderful authors, and they are 2/3 of the Ghostwriters podcast in alphabetical order. Summer Canon and Mary SanGiovanni.
Hi there.
Hello, both of you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
This is the board for the game, but we're not going to be using this because it's just a little too awkward. This is what we're going to do. I already rolled for the person going first, which is going to be Mary.
Okay.
And I have a small edition of Horror Trivial Pursuit.
Oh, cute.
Which came with this nice die that's got all the colors on it.
Oh,
So
nice.
instead of using the board, I'm just going to roll this die, and you'll answer the question in that color. But before we get to that, you need to pick your pieces, because we are playing with the pieces and for pies and everything. So, since Mary gets to go first, let's see. There's the goat head and the zombie hand. You also have a creepy baby doll or a brain with an axe in it or a straitjacket or this weird box that we can't figure out what it's supposed to be.
Like I'm leaning toward the box because I feel like it's a mystery box.
It is.
Summer knows where this is going.
There's a foot on top.
If I had a nickel for every time I was called mystery box in college. No.
All right, so Mary gets to be the box. Summer, did anything catch your eye?
I would like to be the goat head, please.
Nice. Good choice. That's my personal favorite. All right. Let's toss these aside, the rest of them. Or drop it on the floor. I don't know where the hell that thing went. Yeah, we'll find it later if I remember. Okay. You guys ready to go?
Ready?
Ready.
Anything we need to talk about before we start? Anything new?
I am prepared to embarrass myself and lose hideously.
Me too.
How's everybody surviving the weather?
All right. I'm getting over a cold, so if I sound funny, folks, that's why.
I'm doing fine. If I sound funny, that's just how I sound.
I just feel, during the winter, I always feel like I have a cold, so I'll be sniffling and coughing. And
I did get to try out the new home COVID test, the ones that you can get, like, every family gets like 4 to a pack, so I got to try that out. That was kind of cool. I felt like a scientist, a bad scientist. It was kind of neat, and it came back negative, so.
Well, that's good. That's good.
It is just a cold, but, it's a pain in the butt anyway. You forget because for so long, we're washing our hands, we're using Purell, we're wearing masks. Nobody had a cold for like 2 years. And now all of a sudden we're getting colds back again. It's like, oh my God, how did I ever survive a stuffy nose before? This is awful.
Excuse me. See, there I go with my cough. Actually, I want to go over the categories. So green is paranormal. Yellow is monster. Orange is gore/disturbing. Pink, I guess it is psychological.
Okay.
Blue is comedy. And purple is slasher.
Nice. All right.
Summer, which category do you think you might excel in?
I mean, excel is a strong word. Let's just say I might get a couple right. I don't know. Maybe monster. Maybe.
Okay. Well, it's probably going to have all the werewolf questions.
And again, I'm going to embarrass myself because you're going to, like, if I have to remember names, that's not something I can do off the bat.
How about you, Mary? Any particular category that looks good to you?
I'd like to say psychological and monsters. I think comedy is going to totally trip me up. And honestly, I think slashers might trip me up. I mean, I don't know. I look forward to seeing. I look forward to seeing what we're about to encounter. Frankly,
Right.
I think it's one of those things like where I'm okay until I'm put on the spot, and then all knowledge of everything goes out of my head.
Yes.
And I'm like, it's
Always.
the competition. I can't take it.
You always know the answers to the other person's question.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I am hoping for some trash talk.
I don't know. Summer will burn my house down. That's.
I thought she just did that to. I thought that was just something she did to Matt.
His house is still standing, for the record. I haven't made it down there yet. It's a long drive.
It's a long drive. So far, so good.
That's the only thing that's stopping you. I have this nice dice tray that I will be rolling in.
Ooh.
It's fancy. You can flatten it out. It's got little snaps on there. Ooh. All right. Dropping things everywhere. So here we go. We're going to start with Mary. And she is going to get an orange question, which is, what did I say that was? Gore and disturbing.
Gore and disturbing. Oh, okay. I will try.
And hopefully I won't ruin pronunciations and things. So, how were most of the crew and passengers of the SS Antonia Graza killed? How were most of the crew and passengers of the SS Antonio Graza killed in Ghost Ship 2002?
Oh, they were sliced in half by the wires. They were sliced.
Sliced in half by a cable.
That's it.
Good. Look at that. All right, and we're just, since we don't have the board or anything, you get a pie.
Yay!
So right off the bat,
you start off strong, and then you fizzle. That's my game plan.
and of course, if you get it right, you get to go again. So this could be a very short game. What's going to happen? We've got green, which is paranormal. While she plays the evil Missy in Doctor Who, what character does Michelle Gomez play in The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina?
I don't have the faintest idea. I know Sabrina had 2 aunts, but they were good guys, I think. I don't know, maybe one of the aunts? I don't know names, though. Yeah, no, I'm shot. I honestly
It is not one of the aunts. This is a show I have to see. I've read the comic book that it's based on, and it's fantastic. But I have not seen the show yet. But she plays Lilith, who possesses the meek teacher Mary Wardwell. But Lilith.
Lilith, yeah, not a clue.
Who she plays. All right.
Like I said, was short one.
I've read the comic and I wouldn't have gotten that. All right. So Summer's turn. She gets blue, which is comedy. Your favorite.
Dun, da, da, da.
Where had Fester Adams been lost for 25 years before coming home in The Addams Family, 1991?
The Bermuda Triangle.
Bermuda Triangle.
Nicely done, Summer Canon.
And now the goat gets a blue piece.
Yay.
I would have put down money. I was going to tank the first question.
That's such a good movie.
It's a great movie. I love those 2 movies are great.
All right. That is, okay, that's the pink. So psychological. This is for, Summer. Make sure I have the right one. Who was wearing Thomas's sack mask the night he died in the orphanage? Or
I have no idea.
Tomas?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
I've seen it and I still don't know the answer.
Apparently someone named Simon.
Okay.
I
Simon.
have not seen it, so
It's a good movie. I mean, it's fantastic, but yeah, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have known that either.
I know some of these questions. Yeah, I like to think of myself as a horror fan, but
It's a humbling experience.
But I was excited. There's at least one Edward Lee question in here, so I was happy.
Nice.
All right, purple for Mary. That's slasher.
All right, lay it on me. Bring it.
Are you a slasher fan?
I like it. If it's a good slasher, I'm in. If it's a bad slasher, I'm in anyway. So
I'll say I love this movie. I think it's in the wrong category for this, but what reality show do Frank and Roxy break into and kill contestants and judges in God Bless America, 2012?
Mary, you just did like a slow blink, and I swear I could hear in my head going doink doink.
that was everything coming to a screeching halt in my head. Survivor? I have no idea. I'm just throwing it out there.
That is not the answer. Have either of you seen this movie?
No.
It's by Bobcat Goldthwait.
Okay.
And it's basically about a guy that snaps, goes on a cross-country killing spree to get to this reality show because do you remember on American Idol when, I don't remember the guy's name, that sang She Bang and everybody went nuts?
Yeah.
It was an Asian guy. So on this reality show in the movie, they have a mentally challenged contestant, and everybody goes nuts. And the main character thinks that they're making fun of him, and so he drives cross country, killing spree. It's a comedy, but he's going to the reality show is called American Superstars. I highly recommend this movie. It's fantastic.
Huh.
But
I seem to remember the real life guy's name was William Hung. I think that was his name.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. All right.
Thank you. Yes. But God Bless America by Bobcat Goldthwait, fantastic movie. All right, Summer's turn. She gets orange, which is gore and disturbing. Do you like the gory movies?
I do, but I have to tell you, I haven't really watched any recent ones. When I go for gore, I tend to go into the 1970s. That's pretty much my favorite time.
With the ketchup blood.
Well, this is something from '96. And coincidentally, I actually just bought a book that is the original screenplay for this movie. Apparently is very different than what made it to the screen. So your question is, in Hellraiser Bloodline, what did Dr. Merchant activate to destroy Pinhead?
Jesus, I think I've only seen that movie once, and it was not long after it came out. I do not know. I don't remember. That's a movie I've seen, but I don't have it memorized.
I actually have not seen it, and I have not read the screenplay yet. But apparently Dr. Merchant activates the Elysium configuration.
I've seen it once, and it's been relegated to the files of movies I've seen and don't, necessarily need to see again.
That's some sort of puzzle box or something. I don't know. I actually can see the screenplay from where I'm sitting. All right. Mary gets orange. Gore and disturbing.
Come on, Mary!
Gore and disturbing. I'm ready.
All right. I know the answer to this, so if you don't get it, I'm going to not ridicule you because Don't know you that
Steal
well.
my wedge.
Uh, tanning beds caused the demise of how many characters in Final Destination 3?
2.
There you go. Very good.
Woo!
2. But you already have that wedge.
No.
But you get the next turn. Now, have you ever watched that Final Destination 3 on Blu-ray?
Mm-mm.
There's a special feature where you can make decisions as you watch the movie, and it changes the outcome of the film.
Oh, cool. I kind of want to do that. I want to play God.
I will say that it changes how the two girls in the tanning bed die.
Really?
And there's at least one character that does not die if you make the right choice.
Huh.
And I think with the tanning beds, it's just a matter of you decide how hot, at what temperature they set the beds.
Really?
And then if you pick the one, it just runs the way it did in the theater. But if you pick the other one, it changes what happens.
And then, so you can determine who lives and dies by the end of it too?
Well,
or does it end basically the same way?
I think the only difference in the ending is that the one character, if you made a certain choice, the one character lives, and I think they are at the ending as well.
Oh, all right, cool.
I believe.
Well, I might have to try that.
But you can change. I think for the rest of the people, you can just sort of change how they die.
Oh, okay.
All right. Not major change. The two young ladies still die in the tanning bed room.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's just not exactly the way it played out.
Which is really kind of like the movie. Like if you change one little thing, death can still catch up to you, but possibly in a different way. I kind of like that.
I think in the Final Destination 2 Blu-ray, there was a feature you could click on where people would just randomly get hit by a bus.
That's just wrong. It's not funny, but it is.
One of the reasons I love those movies, except for number 4, which is horrible. All right, so it's still Mary's turn, and that is, again, I have to check, that is pink. The pink and purple are so close.
Yeah.
Psychological. What is the profession of Guy Woodhouse, the husband of Rosemary in Rosemary's Baby?
Oh, I don't remember. He's not. I don't think he's a doctor because ad agency guy?
No. It looks like Summer knows.
He's an actor.
Yes, he is an actor. That is a movie I have never seen, but I love the book.
You know what? If we're being completely honest, they're close enough that if you read the book is really great. There's just visual elements in the movie that are really just, we have feelings about Roman Polanski, but I mean, you can't take away from the fact that is a fantastic movie. It's beautifully shot, but the book, you're not missing anything. If you read the book, you've got the story, you've got everything.
Well, I read a bunch of trivia, and it might have even been the edition of the book I have has an introduction from Stephen King. And it might have been in there that apparently Polanski didn't know that he was allowed to make changes to the book.
Aww.
And so he literally, there's a Time magazine or something. There's a magazine mentioned in it, and he literally tried to find the actual magazine that was mentioned in the book because he thought it had to be in the movie. He couldn't make any changes.
I actually think that little aspect is in the IMDb trivia on the movie, but that's absolutely the biggest change, and probably the only one was the casting of Mia Farrow as Rosemary, because as you know in the book, Rosemary, she's a farm girl. She's a little more robust. And they cast Mia Farrow, who's very waif-like, very tiny. She's doe-eyed, kind of drawn. It's a very innocent, babyish look. And visually, it was impactful. But in the book, it tells a different story because she has to survive this horrendous pregnancy. And that's the only change that really sticks out to me.
All right. Excuse me. Well, unfortunately, Mary got that wrong.
And I read the book and saw the movie, and I still didn't get it right. I think they're going to revoke my horror card here.
No. The other stuff that you remember that you can throw, like, you're good with names. You can just throw off names like crazy. It's you got to compartmentalize. You're doing good. You're doing good, Mary. You're still great.
All right. So far, so good. All right.
Yep.
Well, I do know, based on a recent episode of Ghostwriters Podcast, that if we have any exorcism questions or possession,
that should be a category. Then I could nail. I could do that.
Don't let her say the D word. We'll lose the whole thing.
That's true. Skype will just come crashing to the ground. Yeah.
All right. So this is for Summer. I'm losing track. Summer gets a monster question. What did Buffy and her friends call their group in Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
I'm going to get this wrong because I'm going to get it mixed up with Supernatural, I think. The Scooby-Doo gang?
That's a few too many words, but I think it's close enough. The Scooby Gang.
The Scooby Gang.
Yes. Scooby Gang. Nice. And so, taking the lead with a yellow one.
Nice. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Yellow. There's some blue. There we go. Summer is now in the lead.
Da, 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 da.
And now she gets a purple question, which is Slasher. Who is the leader of the mutants in The Hills Have Eyes 2, 2007?
I've never seen Bubba. I don't know.
Close.
I think it's an educated guess right there.
Papa Hades. Papa Bubba. That's close. I've never actually seen the sequel to the original, but I've seen the original and both of the new ones.
I've seen the original and the remake, and I mean, as someone who's related to Hill people, and I take offense to that movie.
I actually just got the Arrow edition of the original.
Oh, that's
not
sweet.
Too long ago. All right, let's see if Mary can tie it up. She gets a blue, which is comedy. Who made sure Elizabeth Bennet knew how to fight zombies in Pride and Prejudice and Zombies?
Her father.
Bingo. There you go. And now
I don't know where that came from. That was like pulled out of the ether right there, but
you guessed that?
The mystery box gets a blue
I
prize.
seem to remember hearing somewhere that was like in the book, that was one of the first lines is like, her father made sure that she could blah, 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 blah.
Have either of you seen the movie or read the book?
No.
Okay. I've not seen the movie, but when the book came out, I may have been at Borders, back when Borders was still open. And I took that book off the shelf and I took Pride and Prejudice off the shelf and did a side-by-side comparison to see. And so just a few pages, but in those few pages, maybe half of the lines were directly lifted from Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah. It always seemed like, and I feel like this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but it always seemed sort of like cheating to me to do that. But if it works.
Apparently people liked it because, I don't know,
Yeah.
a dozen or so other books of that type came out. And then I do have the anthology, I think it's called Classics Mutated.
I have that.
Yeah, I have not read it, but it's got Joe Lansdale in it, so I'm gonna.
It's good. There's a Anne of Green Gables spoof in there that's really good.
Nice.
All right, Mary is on a roll, and she gets a double checking colors, purple. Slasher. What game did the women play to try and force Danielle to confess to bullying others in the Into the Dark episode New Year, New You?
I am totally guessing here, but truth or dare?
That's not a bad guess, but it is Never Have I Ever.
Ah, okay. Yeah, no,
So
I've
yes.
never seen.
If you got two in
Never
a row
have I
for
ever-
guessing, I was gonna-
Never have I ever seen that movie.
All right, and that is a pink for Summer, psychological.
Sorry, I had to duck out to one of those.
This should be a Mary question.
oh,
What role-playing game is based on the Cthulhu myths and named after an early H.P. Lovecraft short story?
take it away, Mary. I have no idea.
Could you read it one more time? Because
What role-playing game is based on the Cthulhu myths and named after an early H.P. Lovecraft short story?
Call of Cthulhu.
Yep, absolutely. I actually have that. Unfortunately, that was Summer's question. You don't get a pie. Yeah, I have the starter set for that game, but I haven't been able to get a group together to play it.
Yeah, we have it. I think we have something similar here. We have the Arkham game. So it's not the Call of Cthulhu one, but it's like the couple down the line one.
I have Arkham Horror.
That's it, Arkham Horror. Yeah.
3rd edition. I used to have the original way back in the day. Got Arkham Horror 3rd edition. If you like tabletop games and have a little money to spend, I highly recommend Mansions of Madness.
I've heard of that. It looks like fun.
It's an app-driven game.
Okay.
So in the 1st edition, one person had to play the game, be the bad guy, sort of the game master. Everybody else was investigators. But now with the app, everybody is just investigators.
Oh,
and
cool.
it will tell you, it has a bunch of different scenarios. It'll tell you which tiles to put out, where to put tokens.
Oh, neat.
And there's puzzles. So you might come to a locked room, and then in the app, you have to figure out the combination.
Oh, I like that. That sounds like fun. I like puzzle games.
And then even if you play the same scenario over, it's never laid out the same. The puzzles are never exactly the same.
Oh, cool.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm just gonna have to check that one out. I do like those kind of games.
All right. So that was, let's see. That was Summer's question. She did not get it. So now we are back to Mary, who gets an orange, which is gore and disturbing. What is the name of the hairless judge in Blood Meridian, 1985? No idea.
I honestly don't know.
This is one of those movies I know the name,
Mhm.
but I couldn't tell you anything about it.
Right.
I'm kind of in the same boat.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently it is Judge Holden.
Oh, yeah.
For what that's worth. Means nothing to any of us.
Nothing.
All right. Summer gets a purple, which is slasher. Just waiting for those werewolf questions to come up. Who shot Alberto and Renata after they thought they'd killed people to secure her inheritance in Bay of Blood, 1971?
Do not know.
I think I know the answer. Half the answer. Her son, who thought his parents were good at playing dead. So, have either of you seen that movie, Bay of Blood?
It's kind of like the last movie. Like, I feel like I know of it. I feel like I might have seen it years ago, but not enough to remember anything by it, really.
Slasher / giallo. It's supposed to be very good. I have not seen it. I've seen some videos about it.
I think it's on Shudder right now, actually.
I'll have to check that out.
Hmm.
On my brand new TV.
Woohoo!
Yes. All right, let's see. That was Summers. So now it's Mary Gets Yellow, which is Monster.
Yay! I like to think that I would stand a chance in this category, but
You're going to kill it. You're going to do great.
Do you watch a lot of CW shows?
I do not.
Okay. Which group of witches created the prison worlds in the Vampire Diaries? 2009 to 2017.
The bad ones. No, I don't know. I don't. Vampire Diaries is outside my realm of knowledge.
It is the Gemini Coven. Yeah, I've never seen that show.
Exactly. No.
So many holes in our knowledge.
I know.
I've seen Buffy probably each episode a dozen times.
You know, I've never seen the whole series through. I had to quit that show when the weird time slip thing happens with Buffy's little sister and Buffy goes catatonic. I was like, I can't take this anymore. I had to quit it.
This is going to make me sound like an old fogey, but when I think of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I think of the movie.
The movie is so fun.
The character of Buffy in the movie is so different. I mean, I think Sarah Michelle Gellar tried in the beginning maybe to be a little bit that way, but yeah, the Buffy in the movie is so different that, like, I don't know, I almost couldn't take a more serious rendition of that concept. I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it seriously.
I saw that movie in the theater. I loved it. Great cast. Paul Rubens is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've always been a Rutger Hauer fan.
Yeah.
And Donald Sutherland?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How can you go wrong? All right. I've already forgotten. That was a Mary question. So we are on to Summer, who is getting a pink psychological.
I already can tell you I'm not going to get it.
A pink psychological sounds like a drink you get at a bar. Like, I'd like a pink psychological, please, with a little umbrella in it.
How much cash does the amnesiac Jane Whittaker have on her when she is found in See Jane Run from 1991?
Oh. Now, see, this is a movie I have seen. I don't know. There's so many movies I've seen once, and I remember little things about them. No, I don't know.
Just guess an amount of cash.
100,000.
Oh, one too many zeros. 10,000. 10,000. So we know Summer's the greedy one.
Good guess.
All right. Mary gets an orange, which is gore and disturbing. In the Hellraiser series, the Cenobites are what kind of creatures?
Cenobites. What kind of creatures? They're interdimensional. They say they're like angels and demons sort of combined. They're Cenobites. I mean, they used to be people, but not in the book. In the movie, they used to be people. But
Right. If you pick one part of everything you just said, I'll give this to you.
Cenobites.
No, not that part.
Former people who are now angel demons.
Oh, you picked the wrong part.
Oh.
You said interdimensional.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The answer here is extra dimensional, but I would have
Oh.
given that to you.
Shenanigans on that question.
that was a loaded question.
I wouldn't. I know they're not technically demons, but that's what I always think of.
Right.
What do you think, Summer? She's your opponent. What do you think?
I think you should give it to her. That was a dumb question.
Well, you know what? She already has that pie piece.
Okay.
So we'll roll for her again. How's that?
That's good.
Okay.
I am content.
This time it's purple, which is slasher. Ooh, great movie. In Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, where did Henry and Otis meet?
In jail, I think, didn't they?
Yes. Technically, it says prison, so I can't. No. All right, and now the mystery box gets a purple wedge.
Giggity.
Mystery box is getting full.
I'm full of mystery and wedges.
All right, and Mary is on a roll. She gets green, which is paranormal. Ooh, maybe we'll have a demon or possession question. In the film Alone in the Dark, 2005, based on the video game, what is the name of the demon-worshipping tribe?
I've played this game too. But I played the first one. Something the Crimson something or other, I think, but I honestly I don't know. I forfeit. I have no idea.
This says it is Abkhani.
Yeah, no clue. No clue.
Have either of you seen the movie?
I've never seen the movie.
I did see the movie a long time ago, but it was one of those, again, that the sort of file and forget kind of films. It's the games are good. The movie,
I've heard the movie's horrible.
yeah, it's not good.
I believe it's an Uwe Boll film, who also made House of the Dead, which is horrible.
Yeah.
And are either of you familiar with that director?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Who I love that he challenged critics to boxing. Anybody that criticized any professional critics, I think, I don't know, that didn't like his films, he says, "I'll meet you in the boxing ring. We'll box it out."
Yeah, he strikes me as one of those people who loves horror, but maybe for the wrong reasons and doesn't quite understand how it works in film.
Possibly. Or maybe you should stop making movies based on video games.
Yeah, that too.
That seldom works.
Mm.
Except for werewolves.
Surprisingly, it doesn't translate well. It usually doesn't translate very well.
Werewolves Within I thought was fantastic, and that's actually based on a video game.
Damn it,
yeah.
I missed the window to watch it. It's gone from everything now.
Oh.
It is on home video now. You can buy. Are you not a purchaser of Blu-rays?
No, I'm not buying it. I want to test it out first.
I was at one point, but as Brian pointed out, we don't have enough room for all the DVDs that I would have in my life, so.
Oh, I don't have nearly enough room, but I so love the special features.
Yeah.
I want those commentaries and behind the scenes things and all of that.
I'm not a huge fan of House of a Thousand Corpses, but the DVD menu screen is one of the funniest things I've ever seen, where you just get yelled at. Hey, play this! Play it!
Is it Captain Spaulding?
The play button's right there! Play the movie! It's great. It's like the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Let's see. I don't remember what that was. That was Mary missing that question. So it's Summer's turn. She gets yellow, monster. Let's hope for a werewolf.
Nice.
Ooh. All right. I know the answer to this. Brian would know the answer to this. No cheating, though. Although it's Summer's question. She can't. Don't call Brian. And ask.
She could call it a lifeline. He's down the office. He's in his office.
Who was Marvel Comics' living vampire?
Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. He's coming in for the lifeline.
Could you repeat that question, Eric?
After Summer gives her answer.
Marvel Comics living vampire.
Oh, Summer, I'm your lifeline.
You could use a lifeline. I feel that's fair.
Isn't his name Morbius?
She got it. She got
Doesn't even
it.
need a lifeline. Nice.
Nicely done.
Nice. Very good. All right. What color was that? That was yellow, which you already have, but you do get to go again. I'm a huge fan. I have a Morbius statue right across from me. I have the Morbius omnibus over there across from me. And I'm very scared about the movie coming out.
Understandable.
All right. Summer gets an orange question. Gore and disturbing. Whose head did the cannibals taunt Miles with by eating it in front of him in Drifter, 2016?
I've never seen it.
Not
Bubba's.
All right. You could just take a wild guess of any sort.
Bubba's.
Again, so close. It says his brother Dominic. So if you had just said his brother, I would have
I'm kind of committed to Bubba at this point.
I know. Bubba's the safe answer. It's
I mean,
a safe word for this game. Bubba!
Mary threw out the father and got it right at one point. So I feel like one of my sisters loves Harry Potter. She has the Harry Potter Seen It trivia game.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, my answer to everything is Hermione. I know nothing about Harry Potter. I don't care if the question is what creature lives in the. I'm like Hermione. All right, Mary gets a pink psychological.
This twist of lemon.
Who wrote the Necronomicon according to the Dyer in At the Mountains of Madness, 1936?
The Mad Arab, Abdul al-Hazred.
Bingo. I figured you'd know that one.
Why, yes. Yes,
I might have had to have hung up on you if you didn't.
Then they would have definitely revoked my horror card in that case.
All right. Well, that gives you a pink pie. There we go. Oh, it's filling up. She's only got 2 blank spaces.
What colors do I need? Green and yellow?
Green and green and yellow, which are paranormal and monster.
Nice. Nice.
All right. So another one for Mary. It's green.
Woohoo!
Paranormal.
I'm gonna choke, Summer. I'm gonna choke.
You're gonna get it. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it.
What are the names of the twin siblings of Thomason in The Witch, 2015?
Oh, the little ones. I don't know. I don't remember.
It's pretty bad when you remember the name of the goat more than the actual.
Right.
names.
Yes.
Well, the answer is Mercy and Jonas.
Okay. Yeah.
I absolutely love that movie.
Same.
And I have a T-shirt that I wear to work. It's in the laundry right now. That is, it says my little Black Phillip, and it's the goat, but like in the My Little Pony.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
that's cute.
It is fantastic. It is getting worn out because I wear it to work very often. But I loved that film. Summer. You get a green. The Ring, 2002, is a remake of a film from what country? China, Korea, or Japan?
Japan.
This says China. No, it's Japan, of course. The Moops. It is the Moops. There you go.
Woohoo!
Nice bright green one for
Very
The
nice.
skull of Black Phillip, maybe? I don't know. All right. Summer gets blue. Comedy. Everybody's favorite. Holy moly. How many horror movie archetypes have to be sacrificed in The Cabin in the Woods? 2012.
Five?
It is 5.
Very nice.
That's the word
Woohoo!
optional.
But it's kind of a trick question because they say in the movie that the virgin isn't necessary.
Is she part of the 5?
It is. It's the whore, the athlete, the scholar, the fool, and the virgin.
Okay. Well, I thought it was 6 with, well, I got it right anyway. I still did it.
So your 5 was discounting the virgin?
It was. I got an extra guy in there somewhere.
But it's yeah, I was wondering before I flipped it over and looked. I was like, how are they going to answer this? Because they do say she's not 100% necessary.
She's optional.
Yes.
Virgins are optional.
Virgins are optional. So you already have the blue, but you get to keep going. And that is a purple. Slasher. They really made that pink and purple a little too close for someone with my bad eyesight. In From Hell, 1989 to 1996, who does Sir William Gull force to write a letter to police claiming he committed a crime?
This is a show?
Apparently.
Because I remember the movie with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
That's what I assumed till I saw the dates. 1989 to 1996.
Could it be a comic book, maybe?
Oh. Well, I mean, the movie was based on a comic, which of course was based on Jack the Ripper, but that's a long time for a comic book to run because it wasn't like the trade paperback's only yay thick.
Huh.
But it could be. Maybe there were delays.
I don't know the answer to this one.
So who does Sir William Gull force to write a letter to police claiming he committed a crime? The answer is John Netley. I have no idea. I didn't read the comic. I did see the movie.
The movie
It's
was
a good movie.
Yeah.
All right, Mary gets double check pink. Pink. Psychological. Ooh. What is unusual about how Steven Soderbergh's film Unsane was shot?
I'm going to say that it was all done in one shot. One continuous motion shot. One.
That is not the answer, but half of what you have said is correct. I'll give you one more chance. If it helps, it was filmed in 2018.
If it's the movie I'm thinking of, I seem to remember them saying that it was unique in that, like, there's never a break, there's never a scene break. It just goes one shot all through. They always followed like the one. No,
I don't know if that's the case, but it was all shot on an iPhone.
Okay, yeah, no, I think I'm thinking of a different movie. I failed.
Yes, the whole movie shot on an iPhone.
It's hard to keep track of them all. Like, seriously, it's hard.
It is.
Yeah, once there's a threshold. You see so many movies, read so many books, and then to add new ones, you have to lose something.
You have to lose some, yeah, exactly.
All right. Summer gets a blue. Comedy. In the iZombie TV series, what sports drink combined with tainted utopium turns people into zombies?
This is a show I was aware of, but I never watched.
Loved the show. Loved the comic book. Loved the show.
I have no idea.
Well, it was a drink made up for the show. It's called Max Rager. An energy drink. Yeah, I recommend it if you like that CW-ish, supernatural-ish level of show. It had a mystery of the week element to it, but an overarching story. Because the zombies, as long as they eat fresh brains, they stay relatively normal. They're pale. But when they eat a brain, they get memories of that person and take on some of their personality traits.
Is it temporary?
Yes. The main character was a med student. After she becomes a zombie, she goes to work in the city morgue. And so she uses her ability to eat brains and get these memories and things to solve murders and such.
Oh, cool.
Which is the like weekly mystery kind of thing. But then the main bad guy was a drug dealer before the zombies came around. Great character. He's an entrepreneur who infects a bunch of rich people and then puts them on a brain meal plan. So they have to pay like $20,000 a month for gourmet brains. And they can ask for things like I remember someone specifically says, I want to know what it's like to be an astronaut. Get me an astronaut brain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I recommend it. And the comic is quite a bit different. The comic brings in ghosts, werewolves, vampires. In the show, it's just zombies.
Just zombies.
But I liked it.
It sounds fun.
That's my pitch. All right, we move on to Mary and a Purple, which is slasher. What godfather of film directed the 1963 film Dementia 13?
I've seen Dementia 13. Is it Romero? It's not Romero. Is it? Maybe. I've seen Dementia 13 and I can't remember who directed it.
How strong are those quotation marks around Godfather? That's my question.
It's in quotes. What godfather of film directed the 1963 film Dementia 13?
Is it Coppola?
It is. It's Francis Ford Coppola.
Ah, I see what you did there.
All right. Summer gets yellow. Monster. Still waiting for that werewolf question. In Supernatural, 2005 to 2020, a Gorgon gets what if it eats a human's eyeball?
A stomach ache?
Acid reflux?
I have no idea. Again, I'm sure I've seen the episode, but God, there's like so many episodes of that fucking show. I have no idea.
I don't think I've only seen a few post season 5. And I can't even remember if this is something I saw or if it's after season 5 that they.
I haven't finished the series. I think I got up to season 11, and then I was waiting for it to all get completely done before I finished it.
I do want to finish. I always choose to read instead, and then I do stupid things like I just started a rewatch of the X-Files.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of things I haven't seen, but I'm gonna go watch something I saw 20 years ago. I don't know when it's. Anyway, A Gorgon gets what if it eats a human eyeball? Precognitive visions.
Okay, that sounds like something that show would do.
I'm
Right.
not gonna lie. I would watch that for Jensen Ackles and probably not much else. Maybe Monsters, because I like Monsters, but
Love some Jensen Ackles. I always like the funny episodes.
Yes. There's the episode where he gets that curse where he's scared of everything.
Exactly.
And he has that long screaming fit because he sees a cat in a locker.
Yeah.
That's perfection.
When he's running from the little tiny dog.
Yes.
That one. The one where he can talk to animals. The one where he dies over and over and over and
The
over
Tuesday
again.
one. Oh my God, the Tuesday one. Like, hey, it's Tuesday, pig in a poke. That is something that gets quoted in my house all the time.
Yeah. There were some great episodes.
There really are.
I really need to finish watching that. I enjoyed the show.
Well, okay, speculate with me for a second, because there is something that's stopping me from finishing it. I'm legit scared of how they end it. Because if I were writing it, if I were in the writer's room of this, I would vote to kill the boys off, to let them die. That would be what I would do. I'm worried that either they do it and they do it badly, or they don't do it. I'm scared of how they end that show.
I've heard how it ended, and now I can't remember.
The only thing I've heard is that fans seem to be okay with how it ended. They seem to have accepted it, and Jensen Ackles seems to be okay with how it ended. But I don't know. Like I don't know. See, I waffle back and forth about watching it because it looks like it could be fun, and then I think, does it look like it could be fun because it's Jensen Ackles, or does it look like it could be fun because it's supernatural stuff, and I love supernatural stuff? So I don't know.
Well, real talk here, because they do lean on the fact that those boys are pretty. Jensen and Jared both they're pretty guys. They do lean on that. They know what their fan base is. They're not shitting around, but it's not just a pretty guy show. Now, because it is so long running, there are full seasons where they paint themselves into a corner and you don't know how they're going to get out of it. There are some seasons that are absolute garbage.
No, really.
But there are some seasons that are so good, so perfectly written, and it's the kind of show that it vacillates between serious and funny, and rip your guts out heartbreaking. There's some seriously good stuff nestled in there.
Did you see the Scooby-Doo episode?
Love the Scooby-Doo episode. I can't believe they went for that.
So good.
It was.
And the episode where they go to the real world.
Oh, and because they have their real names, like in Castiel, they keep calling him Misha, and they're like, Misha? That one was amazing.
He's just always on social media. And then Jared Padalecki he thinks he's married to a demon because his actual wife in real life plays a demon on the show.
Demon. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that was a great episode. Like I said, I love the scary ones. I think they've, as you say, some amazing episodes, some really good writing in a lot of it. But the funny ones, just love them.
They dig deep for the monsters too. Like there are long stretches where they're doing a monster of the week kind of thing, and they dig deep for the monsters. You get some weird ones in there, and there are also long stretches where it's we start getting like into cosmic forces, like severe gods, and famous line from the show is all angels are dicks.
Yeah, see, I didn't see much with the Leviathans. That was after I.
That's not one of the better seasons, because the way they end up having to beat the Leviathans. Look, I use borax in my house for laundry, but I've never had to use it to kill supernatural beings. So,
aside from the Scooby-Doo one, the only episodes I watched after season 5, after I stopped being a regular viewer, were the ones with Felicia Day as Charlie.
Yep.
Because I'm a huge fan of hers. So whenever I heard she was going to be on, I would jump on and watch it. But yeah, I absolutely need to catch up. Such a good show.
It was
For the
it
most
was a
part.
good show.
And
Like,
well, I was gonna say any show that has the Wendigo in the second episode, I'm in.
yeah.
All right, are we ready for? Let's see. What are we looking at? I believe this is. Where did we leave off?
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Let's look. Okay. Oh, that was Summer's supernatural question that she did not get. So Mary, I rolled already for a comedy question.
Okay.
Which, oh, this is weird. I was just listening to a podcast about this. Which of Mr. Furlong's body parts does Zeke cut off in The Faculty?
I've seen The Faculty. I like The Faculty. Which of his body parts?
Mhm.
His hands?
All right, I'm going to have Summer make a judgment call on this. The answer is fingers.
Let her have it. Come
Okay,
on.
well, again,
She's the
she does already have the blue, so it just means she gets another turn. There's a podcast I listen to called Yeah, I've Seen That. And they have someone who has not actually seen a movie describe the movie.
That's kind of funny.
And so today's the episode I listened to today was actually two people describing The Faculty, having never seen it. And what made it especially funny to me was one of the people got it mixed up with Teaching Mrs. Tingle. And so was way off base on what the movie was about. All right, well, Mary gets another question. Summer being very generous. It's a green, it's one you need.
Okay.
Why does Sadie want to kill Everly's child in Visions? 2015. Why does Sadie want to kill Everly's child in Visions?
I didn't see it, but I'm going to guess because it's a demon.
Oh, you said the D word.
The lights flicker. Quite close.
Okay, this sounds like the answer from the movie Inside. Hers was the child that died in Everly's car accident.
Okay.
So I guess Sadie's child died in Everly's car accident, so she wants to kill Everly's child. That's what it sounds like to me.
Like a revenge thing.
Yeah.
Not a clue.
I don't know. Never saw it. Summer gets a green. Paranormal. Who gets summoned if you knock twice in Don't Knock Twice?
I don't think I've seen that movie.
It's from 2016.
Yeah, I definitely haven't seen it. I'm horrible. Like anytime after like 2012, I stopped watching new movies.
Does anybody care if I give clues?
No, go ahead.
Think folklore. I mean, that's a very vague and wide-ranging clue, but
No, that didn't help. I don't know.
Baba Yaga
Ah, okay.
and her chicken-legged house.
Chicken-legged house.
All right, let's see if Mary can get an orange. Gore and disturbing. What was Timmy putting together with the pieces of his victims in pieces? 1982.
A girlfriend?
I think that's a good guess.
It seems like a 1982 kind of movie.
I think I need a different answer.
Okay.
Because it's kind of specific to the trauma from the beginning of the movie that causes the...
Yeah, no, I have no idea.
All right. Again, I might have to ask someone to make a judgment call. The answer is a human jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, no, that's even I can't go with that. That's
Because I believe his mother yells at something. He's doing a jigsaw puzzle and his mother freaks out and he kills her. And so he's, 20 years later or whatever,
right.
he's chopping people up and making a human jigsaw puzzle. But I do believe the parts are all female, which is why I wasn't sure how
Okay.
we'd go with that answer.
I was thinking more Frankenstein. Yeah, jigsaw puzzle is very specific.
All right. Summer gets a pink. Psychological. How does Boise, B-O-Y-S-E, Boise, die in High Life, 2018?
He falls out of a window.
I feel like we're just Hollywood squaring some of these answers here.
Oh, this is apparently Boise is a girl, or Boise. Okay. I don't know why this sounds like it should be in the comedy category. Spaghettification. Her body stretched and compressed near a black hole.
What?
And they call it spaghettification. No idea. I don't even know what that movie is.
No.
All right. Mary, pull us out of this slump with a blue comedy.
Okay.
Everybody here is funny. Come on. Who trained the title character in the book The Nameless Witch, 2007?
We're not doing so good.
Bubba?
Amazingly, it is... No, it's not Bubba.
I was gonna say that would be kind of awesome.
That would have been amazing. Ghostly Edna.
Yeah, no.
All right. Yellow for Summer. This is Monster. What book is known as the Vampire Bible in True Blood? 2018 to 2000 or 2008 to 2014.
Man, I rage quit that show. If it was in the books, I might know. The Vampire Bible. The Book of Lilith.
I'll give you one more chance. You're so close.
I know, like, I know about that dumb shit. That's about when I rage quit the show. Chronicles of Lilith? I don't know.
No, it was the first part you had. Book of the Vampire.
Oh, God. Okay.
I read the first 2 or 3 of the books. I never saw the show.
That's okay. You didn't miss anything. The best thing to come out of the show was Nelson Ellis and his portrayal of Lafayette. That was the best thing about it.
My mother is a huge fan of Charlaine Harris's Aurora Teagarden Mysteries.
Mm-hmm. She does mysteries really, really well because she knows how to take someone on a ride. You know, you don't really know where things are going. You don't really know what's the red herring. And she's funny. Charlaine Harris is fucking hilarious. And, like, it would sincerely upset me to the point of throwing things if I ever heard with my own human ears someone degrading her works as just chick lit or something, because that's not what it is. But it is central to women and women's lives. But she's a great mystery writer, and she's funny. Those books are hilarious.
Well, I liked the Sookie Stackhouse books that I read, and she has that new series, that Weird Western series.
Yeah, the in Texas. What's that?
That I read not Midnight Texas.
No?
No, it's a new one that's I don't want to say post-apocalyptic, but it's the kind of thing where the United States is not broken up the way we know it.
Oh.
And The main character is a young female gunslinger for hire type of character. There's 2 out so far. I don't know if the third one's out yet, but I read the first one. I really enjoyed that.
I'll have to look into
And it
that. I'm completely out of info here.
I don't want to say steampunk, but it might have a little of that in it. It's really good, really weird, really odd. All right, I believe this is for Mary, and that's a purple slasher. What character lives at the end of Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer? Henry or Becky?
Henry.
Yes.
He kills
I
Becky.
love the ending of that movie.
Yeah.
That last little bit is so subtle,
Mm-hmm.
but if you were paying attention, you know exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Well, you already have the purple, but you get to go again. Orange.
Gore likes me tonight.
Which character? Okay, so this is going to be multiple choice.
Okay.
Which character is not a protege of Jigsaw in the Saw series? Amanda Young, Mark Hoffman, Logan Nelson, or Peter Strahm?
Peter Straub.
Strahm, not Straub, but
Oh, I was gonna say, nailed it. Okay. In that case, Logan Nelson.
Peter Strahm.
Oh.
Are either of you fans of the Saw series?
Yeah, I like the first
2.
2 or
Like
3.
there's some of those they go on for too long.
They go on for too long, and it gets too complicated, and it's
Yeah.
too like honestly, I like the ones that Tobin Bell is actually in. You know, I
I've
think
only
after
seen-
a while it gets like, okay, this is getting very far fetched. That this guy would have planned this far ahead in advance to do all these things, to train all these. It's not. It loses believability, I think, after like the 4th or 5th movie.
I've only seen the first 3.
Yeah.
Did anyone see Spiral, the new one?
Not yet. No.
From the Book of Saw, as they say?
No, not yet.
All right, I haven't seen it either, so I have nothing to say about it. Summer gets I believe that's the pink.
No pink.
Psychological. By the end of Split, 2016, how many personalities does Kevin Wendell Crumb exhibit?
This one I saw. God damn it.
And he's so good in that.
He is. He does such a good.
So
I
good.
love everything he's in though. Like all you have to do is say, name,
James McAvoy, is that what
yes,
James
James
McAvoy.
McAvoy.
McAvoy,
Thank
yes.
you. Like we
Yeah.
had a collective brain fart there. That was
Yeah.
terrible.
He's great in everything. He is.
He really is.
He's fantastic.
I want to see. My brain keeps saying 8, but I keep thinking it was like a really high number, like 25. See, I only saw it once. I'm gonna go with 8.
You were so close with your second.
It's 25.
I was going to say, but
It's
he only
24. 24. I've not seen that movie.
Oh, it's
It's
fantastic.
really good.
Yeah.
I
James
gave up
McAvoy's
on poor M. Night.
The thing is, like, I agree with you. He's really hit or miss for me too. That one, the thing with a lot of Shyamalan's movies is the rewatchability factor. You can't rewatch them because the surprise happens and then it's.
Yeah.
I don't think that like Signs is his best movie in my mind. I can watch that movie over and over and over and over again. I love that movie.
That movie.
Really? Like, I hated The Sixth Sense. I thought that movie was a pile of shit, and everybody was obsessed with it. And I was like, this movie sucks. And I hated The Village. I hated that movie. Unbreakable, fucking hated it.
Oh, I like Unbreakable, okay.
I didn't like it. but
But
Split is worth a watch. It is.
I've heard
Unbreakable,
that and The
Split,
Visit.
and the movie after that are all connected. But in my opinion, you could watch Split without really watching the others, especially the one that came after it, because it was not that good.
Yeah, I heard Glass is horrible.
Yeah, it is.
I'll tell you a movie of his I could watch over and over and over and over again. And it's a horrible movie. And that's The Happening.
Oh God. Okay. Well,
I've never
why?
seen that one.
Why can you watch it over and over? Is it just because of Wahlberg and his overfacing?
Because it's
Overfacing.
for me, it's one of those so bad it's entertaining.
I've got nothing but respect for that. Like, you've listened to the podcast, right? We
Yes.
know that feeling.
Have you guys seen the new one though? The one where the people they're on the island, they just keep getting older.
Oh, old.
Old, yeah. I haven't seen it yet, but it looked good.
I haven't seen it. I know the whole thing because podcasts and things. And some movies, like if they're going to talk about it on a podcast, I listen to some. I'm like, I'm not going to listen to the podcast until I see it. And then there's others. I'm like, I'll go ahead and listen because I don't care that much about it.
Right.
It is based on a French comic book,
Okay.
which is, I've heard, quite different.
Oh, okay.
But I've heard mixed opinions on the movie itself.
Oh, all right. Because it looked interesting, I thought. I mean, I
It's
appreciate that at least Shyamalan tries for new things. You know, I feel like, Summer and Matt and I talk about it all the time on the podcast. Like, there's so many movies where it's just rehashing of the same old things, and it's like people think you can slap together a horror movie because you know all the basic tropes, and sometimes it's just nice to see somebody trying something different, trying to make something genuinely scary and not just, slasher fodder. It's nice,
I
Well,
think
I'm
that's
going to
why
throw this.
I keep giving him a chance. I keep watching them, even though honestly I've hated more than I've liked. But I haven't. Sometimes when you watch a movie and you're like, God damn it, I'm going to find the person who made this and demand a refund on the time I just spent watching this. I've never felt that way about the movies.
I'm going to throw this out there. I don't know if I've mentioned this to either of you before, but I seem to talk about it a lot. My favorite recent horror movie, I absolutely love this movie, and I think it's different, is Malignant.
I saw it. Yeah, it was good.
Loved it. Bought it the day it came out on Blu-ray. Fantastic stuff. I'd watch that over M. Night any day.
Because it tried something different. I appreciate that,
And it gets crazy. It's so over the top at the end. All right. Mary gets a green, which she's going for.
Going for the green.
Paranormal.
Come on, Mary.
Oof. Who acts as the servants of the old ones in the Dresden Files book series?
I am embarrassed to say that I do not. I've never read the Dresden Files. I don't.
I've read a few, and I couldn't answer this question.
I have no. Bubba.
I can give you a very bizarre clue. It's also a movie with characters named Pony Boy and Soda Pop.
Oh, wait. Do you want to talk about like a mental hiccup here? I read this book when I was like a teenager. I think every teenager's read this book.
What's on the other side of your window, Mary?
Oh, The Outsiders. The Outsiders. Thank you. I was like, The Lost Boys? No, that's all right.
Is there a vampire scratching at the window? Okay, well, it is The Outsiders.
I feel like that shouldn't count, though.
I was going to say.
All right.
Give that to Summer.
Give it to her. Give it to her.
All right. Summer has made the call. We're going to throw that in there. The mystery box. It's green piece.
The mystery box.
One empty space left. And I believe it's yellow is what you need. But we rolled orange. So
Okay.
what did Sarah stab Juno in the leg with so the crawlers could catch and eat her in the descent?
Oh my God. Oh my God. A pickaxe, I think. I think it was a pickaxe.
It is a pickaxe. Very good. I was thinking, and I love that movie, but I was thinking it was, I don't know how you pronounce it. The thing you stick in the wall. It's
Yeah,
P-I-O-N.
the climbing pick or something. I don't know what they call it.
I think it's spelled Piton, but
Okay.
I never did. Python, I don't know.
Mm.
That's what I was thinking, but it is pickaxe, so you get to go again.
Yay!
We can roll a yellow. No, we got another orange.
Oh my God, the oranges love me today.
What did Nettie Cobb use as a weapon against Wilma Jerzik in Needful Things, 1991?
I don't. It's so long ago that I saw that. I mean, I know who. I could even picture Nettie Cobb, but an axe.
It is not an axe. It would be a meat cleaver.
Oh, a meat cleaver. I was close. It was something with a blade and a handle like that. But yeah.
You killed my doggy, you bitch.
Wow. I have not read the book, and I feel like I saw the movie, but I couldn't tell you anything.
The movie's good. The book is
movie's
good.
good.
The book is just, look, the book is long. And sometimes that's
The
the
book is
only
long.
word you can use to describe it. It's long.
Yes. But it's good.
So average size for Stephen King.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Summer gets pink.
It's a cursed color.
Oh, are you up on your manga?
No.
What school is transported through time and the students and staff turn on each other in the Drifting Classroom manga?
Bubba.
So close.
So
Yamada Elementary School. Bubba High School.
from high school.
Harry gets a green. Before sacrificing themselves to seal Pandora's box, who was the other witness besides Ichabod Crane in the TV series Sleepy Hollow?
The cop lady. I think I saw like the first 2 episodes of it, and then I was like, kind of noping out. I'm gonna guess the cop lady. But I don't even know her name. I don't
Okay.
remember her name.
Wait, where's my phone? All right, I'm gonna look if it is the cop lady, because it is a woman. Come on.
Mary's proving to have a preternatural guessing ability here.
Well, because it's like one of those things where like my brain is a cosmic wasteland of information that floats in and out. So at some point, maybe something has like, it's like, okay, this sounds like it could be right. It sounds like I may have seen this at some point, but yeah, no, nothing solidifies there because it is beyond space and time up in there. And
All that's left is cop lady.
exactly,
All right.
exactly.
So this does not help me. Doesn't tell me if she's a cop or not. The answer is Abigail Mills. For what's that's worth. Oh, I think she's an old-timey person.
Oh, she's an old-timey person? Okay, yeah. No, the cop lady is a modern person.
I'm trying to look through the photos now to find the cop lady. And see.
Remember, she was an African-American lady. Pretty
There's
woman.
yeah, well there's 2 African-American women that are second and third billed in the cast.
Okay.
I don't know which one is the cop lady. Summer, do you want to make a judgment call?
I like Cop Lady. I think it's a good answer. It came out from the cosmic dust of Mary's brain. We got the eloquence of Cop Lady.
If I could just find a picture of this woman in her cop uniform. Wait. Is that someone in a cop uniform? No, it's not. But it is Lydia Greenwood. Is she Abigail Mills? No, she's not. I don't think it's the cop lady.
I don't think it's the cop lady.
Oh,
Solid
goodness.
guess, though.
Thank you. Thank
What's
you.
that?
It was a solid guess.
It was. I mean, enough that I went playing on my phone. I think I only ever saw the first episode of that show.
I think it could have been fun, but there's so many of them like Evil. Like I'd like to go back and rewatch it. I saw the first couple episodes. You kind of like put a pin in it and think, yeah, I'd like to go get back to that show, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
I've heard that's really good.
It's a weird subgenre of like the buddy cop thing, but it like
Yeah.
one person's a cop and the other person's a supernatural being, or like
Right.
a person of literature. This is a weird subgenre.
Yeah.
Did you see, I don't remember the name of it now, but there was a show that had Houdini and Arthur Conan Doyle teamed up solving mysteries.
That's weird. That's weird.
I liked it. It was fun. But yeah, I like that kind of stuff. All right, we have a yellow question for Summer. Ooh, I don't know if you'll know this.
Probably not.
Interesting. No, well, you knew Morbius. Who co-created Vampirella, as well as founding the magazine Famous Monsters of Filmland?
Oh, that you could do.
No, I don't know.
Is it Forrest J. Ackerman?
It is Forrest J. Ackerman.
I didn't know he did that.
Uncle Forry, I believe some people called him. Yeah, I actually have a biography of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm a Vampirella fan, as well as Famous Monsters of Filmland. All right. Mary gets yellow. Oh, this could be it. This is the last one she needs.
I'm gonna choke.
You're gonna get it.
What did the hunter's mark lead to in the Vampire Diaries?
Saint Stephen face.
You look like you just got that phone call from the Ring video for a second there.
Exactly. I have no clue. Not a clue.
Yeah. Silas's tomb. Yeah, never seen the show, never read the books.
Nope.
Summer's going for blue. Comedy. What is the name of the cat Dr. Herbert West reanimates and then has to fight off in Reanimator?
That name?
I don't even know if it had a name.
Yes.
I don't know. It had a name?
It is. Oh. Yes. I haven't looked at the answer yet because I'm trying to. I just read the novelization of this too.
The novelization of the movie or the
movie, yeah. I hate to say it, horrible novelization.
Really?
Yeah. It
I
actually.
can't imagine that movie translates well to literature.
The best part, there's a lot of extra material that's good, but when the author's actually writing the parts that are the movie, it's horribly written.
I don't know the kitty's name.
Rufus.
Rufus.
I might have given it to you if you'd said Bubba. No.
Luffy.
I remember the scene vividly when they're
Yeah.
trying to find the cat, but I could not remember. I remember them going, pss, 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 but I don't remember them saying the cat's name.
Oh.
All right, Mary, I rolled yellow again. That's the last
Okay.
one you need.
Okay.
Oof. Who was the vampire that created Aiden in Being Human, the U.S. version?
I know.
I don't know this one. I have no idea.
Summer
Go ahead,
was fine.
Summer. I
You
got
know this?
nothing.
Bishop.
James Bishop.
That show was crazy good. They ended it at the perfect time. It wasn't one that went on for too long. I was surprised how much I liked that show.
I never watched the U.S. version.
I never watched the British version.
I loved the British version, but I never saw the U.S. version.
The U.S. version was good. It had some slow parts, especially when what was the name of the ghost girl? I can't remember, but when she started becoming corporeal again and she would pull her shenanigans, those episodes weren't my favorite, but it was a good show.
Are you familiar with the show, Mary?
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Well, I can recommend the UK version. All right, that is a pink for Summer.
Cursed color, like here we go again.
And you need this. What car problem did the motorcycle cop spot that could lead to finding Sam's wife's body in the trunk of an episode of Alfred Hitchcock Presents, 1955 to 1965?
I was born in 1983. Give me a freaking break. I don't know.
What car problem did the motorcycle cop spot that could lead to finding Sam's wife's body in the trunk? Oh, I have a guess based on the question.
Taillights out? I don't know.
That's a good guess. That's what I would guess.
See, my guess would be flat tire if the spare, because they'd go to the trunk for the spare. But it is taillights.
Nice.
Don't give it to me. Don't give it to me. That
No,
wasn't
see,
good.
I think you earned that. I think you earned that.
All right, well, I'm letting Mary make the judgment call this time, and so
Yeah, I
the
think you
goat
earned
head
that.
gets a pink.
Woohoo!
It's getting close. All right, green for Summer, who already has green. Before she was adopted by the Higgins, what was Annabelle's name as an orphan in Annabelle Creation?
Bubba.
What's the female equivalent of Bubba?
Babette.
I thought it was Janice was the female equivalent of Bubba, because that's the answer. I've not seen any of the Annabelle movies.
No.
I didn't. Did I? I don't know. Again, they're the kind of file away movies.
Yeah.
I have read the true story after. I waited until after the Warrens had both passed
Mm.
to pick up the books, because I think it's all bullshit.
I like that decision.
But I was interested in, especially Ray Garton's. I wanted to read the one that he wrote. And the first, I think it's the very first one, has the Annabelle in it.
Yeah.
Which is nothing like, I think, any of the movie stuff.
No.
All right, Mary, yellow.
All right.
Here we go. Monster.
Come on, Yellow. You know you want to be my wedge. Giggity. Somewhere in there.
Here we go. I heard a giggity. Which Academy Award-winning director helped co-write the Strain trilogy of novels?
Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro is the answer.
Yay!
The mystery box is now full.
Yay!
Woo!
And we declare Mary SanGiovanni the winner of tonight's
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh,
Horror Ultimate
game,
Edition
good game.
Trivial Pursuit.
Those are some tough questions, though. I feel like Trivial Pursuit is a humbling thing to begin with, but then you get like the horror version, and you think, okay, well, I got this.
Yes.
Guess again.
But I do like that it has such wide-ranging questions.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
had a question about a manga and TV shows and the movies and books and
Mhm. Video games. It's got a little bit of everything. I like that.
yes, absolutely. And so we went through this many cards.
Wow.
The pile that I took out, this is the rest of the pile that I took. And there's
Oh.
another where to go? There's another pile. It's that thick.
Oh, wow.
So lots and lots of questions. And as I said, one is an Edward Lee question, so that makes me happy.
I have been told, I cannot confirm this, but I have been told that there are 2 questions about Brian in there, and that there's actually 1 question about me in there.
Nice.
Yeah, but
I have not come
I've
across-
never seen it. I can't confirm it. That's just the rumor I've heard. So
I have not come across that, and I'm not the type to just go through and read all the questions on
Right,
the cards. And consider it, there's 6 different questions on each card. So we only technically, this is 1/6
1/6,
of
yeah.
the questions on this little number of cards. So hopefully someday we can get Matt to join us.
That's right. That's right. For the rematch. Dun, dun, dun.
He could be the guy that upsets the whole game. Or we can just, mess with his head and talk about unbreading foods the whole time.
Yes. Also, I'll have a plate of mozzarella sticks, and I'll just every time he goes to answer, I'll just peel the breading off just to mess with his head. Psychological warfare.
Yes, exactly. All right. Before we go, is there anything either of you would like to talk about? Anything you want to plug? Anything at all?
Yes, please listen to our podcast, the Ghostwriters Podcast, which just Google it and you'll be able to find us. Also, if you would please, one of the co-founders of our podcast, Dave Thomas, is currently in hospice care. He's suffering from cancer. If you go to the Ghostwriters Twitter page, just type in the Ghostwriters and it'll pop up. The pinned tweet on that page takes you to Dave's GoFundMe page. And if you could please share or donate, whatever you can do, we would really appreciate the help for our friend Dave.
I will attempt to put that link in the description of the video when it goes up.
Thank you very much.
Mary, anything from you?
I'd like to mention the AuthorCon for Scares That Care that's coming up in April. It's the first weekend of April, and you can get all the information you need at scaresthatcare.org. I believe at least two out of 3. Are you going to be there at that one, Summer, or the one in
No,
July?
I won't
The one
be
in
there.
July? I believe Matt and I are going to be at the one in April. So if you want to meet some of the ghosts, half the haunting at twice the price. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to this. So if you want to come out and get books signed or whatever, by all means, come see me in April.
One of these days, I'm going to make it to Scares the Care.
It's a good convention. It really is. It's for an absolutely fantastic cause. So
I always try to support it, even though I'm not there. I bought last year's, I think it was Scares the Care. Hopefully I'm correct. I bought raffle tickets for the Joe Lansdale chapbook.
Oh, nice.
And won.
Oh, great.
Oh, very nice.
Even though I'd already bought a copy.
Aw.
I just passed. I passed it on to my nephew. He gets all my cast-offs.
Well, that's good. It's sharing the wealth, sharing the love.
Yes. All right. So nothing else from either of you.
That's it.
No, I think that's good.
Let's see. What's are either of you working on anything? Anything coming out soon?
I have a short story and an all-women slasher anthology coming out called Slash Her. It's coming out from Candisha Press. It'll be out March 1st. There's some really great names in this book. I'm in it, but I'm not one of the great names. But it's getting really great reviews. The arcs have gone out, and it's getting really great reviews. So I think you should check it out. It's women doing their worst.
Nice.
One of my most highly anticipated anthologies. I can't wait to read it. Mary, anything from you?
I know that Crossroads Press they just got Found You reissued. So people can get the paperback version of that. I believe they're working on the Triumvirate now. So if you're one of those folks that likes to have like a nice set that all kind of matches,
yep.
There's that. And then I am working on something, but I'm not allowed to talk about it yet. But it's kind of super cool. So maybe next time we're on the show, I can talk about it. But I can't quite yet. But I understand that they're going to be making the official announcement soon, and then I can talk about it. And I'm working on a couple of other things that I'm still looking for, particular homes for. But keeping busy and keeping out of trouble, as is my way.
Well, until she gets breaded shrimp, and then it's all.
I get breaded shrimp. Yeah.
Oh no, not the breaded foods.
And then I just tear down society and their expectations.
Well, thank you both very much for being here, joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, thank you. This was fun.
Yeah, that was my goal. I'll have a link for Dave's GoFundMe. I'll have a link for the podcast, all in the description below. And this is going to go up on Sunday. I do like random Sunday videos, so it'll be up on Sunday, and I'll tag you on Twitter when it goes up if you care to share it.
Sounds good.
And all right, well, thank you folks for watching. And let's see, if you have any comments or questions, put them in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. You know, all that YouTube stuff. And thanks again to my guests. Until next time, folks, read more books.